in terms of LGBT plus rights in Ghana, I'd say there aren't any rights directly or specifically for LGBT plus people who are in this space. And what that means is that we are erased in terms of legislation, and it goes further. We are erased in popular culture, we are erased in everyday conversation, and this was not the case before the first white ships arrived on the coast of my country. We had a culture that was vibrant, that was on its way towards peace, towards acceptance, towards love, and it was disrupted by colonial rules, regulations, religion. And at this moment, we are still at war with neo-colonial perspectives, with neo-colonial thoughts, with neo-colonial contracts, arguments that are ripping my country apart, that is turning Ghanaian against Ghanaian. This war against queer people that is prevailing in my country is being fueled by funds that are coming from the West. And these funds are not coming to support queer people, they are coming to diminish us, to diminish women, to diminish Black people as a whole. And at the same time, we have allies out here in the West who are also trying to mobilize and to support us. So just to say that there are people like you who have more money than you do, who are more organized than you are, who are working with people who are corrupt in Ghana to ensure that we as queer people, as women, as people with different abilities, as Black people, are being kept down. And one of its greatest manifestation is what we call the anti-LGBT bill. Now, this bill is not new to the African continent. It's been making its rounds in East Africa. It's just been legalized in Uganda. And it's seeking to basically criminalize anything that does not conform to cis heteronormativity. So any guy who likes lip gloss, any girl who likes to kiss other girls is in danger. And because sexuality is invincible, it shows up as any way of self-expression that deters from what the church teaches us, what the mosque teaches us. It infringes on our indigenous African religion. And yet at the same time, all of these religious forces have come together with the mass media and the government in Ghana to ensure that queer people are being outed by their family, are being thrown out by those who proclaim who love them. Not because they want to turn against their own, but because if they are not, this bill is supposed to ensure that they spend years in prison. So that is what we are up against. Activists who are standing up, who are being visible, are doing this at a great cost to their personal safety. And yet these activists, when danger comes calling, do not even have the funds to take an Uber, do not have the visa to escape to another country. They only have Ghana. And as such, they are dooming themselves by fighting this cause. And that is how important it is to us to be free. Because if we do not speak up in these moments where they are coming for queer people, when they come for women, there will be no one to speak for the women. When they come for people of different abilities, there will be no one to speak for them. When they come for the entire African continent, we will be diminished in our numbers. And so it's not just for queer people that we stand here today to ask that you support our activities, or that you donate, or that you buy shirts, or that you listen to our words. It is for the entire human race, because it is all intertwined. We are all interconnected, and we are all going to face the ramifications of not speaking up now. Yeah! Goes to one of the bravest activists I have ever had the honor of calling my friend, Angel Maxine, who is currently in Berlin and is unfortunately not able to come to this space. I know she would have loved to be here. She would have put on a show. Y'all would have been turned. But she's here with us in spirit, and I am sure at one point or the other, y'all will be blessed with her gorgeousness. As I was introduced, I'm actually coming your way via Germany because I am studying there. My way to Germany was not an easy one. I was lucky to be accepted in a university in Germany just when I was outed by the Ghanaian mass media as being part of LGBT plus rights Ghana. You see, in Ghana, queer people are erased, and yet queer people exist. So violence against queer people goes unchecked. As a queer person, if I go to the police station and I say my partner is harassing me, I'll be put behind bars. If I say I lost my job because my employer said I was queer and cannot work with them, I will be put behind bars. And that is why LGBT plus rights Ghana showed up. Just to be a beacon of visibility where queer people can rally together and, from there, fight for their rights. And it was in this vein that we received funding to open the first ever community center for queer people in Ghana. And a few weeks after we opened, this community space was raided and shut down. And then this anti-LGBT bill was presented to Parliament to say queer people want same-sex marriage to be legalized, while we are saying we do not want to be killed on the streets. We do not want to be thrown out of our homes. We do not want to be sacked from our jobs. And in this vein, I couldn't stay in my community because I was facing physical danger from my own family. I had to hide from safe house to safe house. And if I hadn't had the opportunity to come out to study in Germany, I don't know what would have become of me in my country. And so I want to dedicate this poem to my country.